Hey everyone, Amos Bilo here, and I'm with Tyler. Tyler actually participated and completed the 6-week boot camp, so I'm going to let you get to know him, who he is, what it was like for him, and we'll get into the rest as we go. So, Tyler, just let us know a little bit of background about who you are.
Yeah, so I am Tyler Goff. I'm a real estate agent in Sioux Falls. Just turned 38 last month, and I'm a dad, a husband. We have 4 kids that are um, almost 10, 8, 4, and 2. So they keep us busy and keep our life crazy.
What were some of the things that you wanted to work on, or some of the challenges or things that were showing up in your life?
Getting some energy levels back up, you know. I work, full time. My wife works full time with the 4 kids. There's always stuff going on, places to be, things to do. And I could tell over the last couple of years where my energy levels were really down, and wasn't showing up probably to work like I'd like to, and even showing up at home like I would like to. So that was a big thing for me that I was really wanting to get out of this, getting that motivation to get up, go for walks, play with the kids, you know, stay more focused at work, those type of things. It kind of, when you're not as focused at work, it kind of rolls over into being less maybe present at home. It's just one of those things when you're not happy with one thing, it kind of rolls over and affects other areas as well. So when I look back on my life, and especially with my family, I want to remember these years when the kids were young. Not just remember them, but have those good memories of us doing fun stuff, being goofy, wrestling around, playing. Just those memories, because it does go fast. And when you're not showing up like you want to, as a dad especially, and as a husband, um, it's not a fun it's not a fun way to live.
What were just some of the thoughts that came up, whether to do it or whether not to do it? What were some of the thoughts you tossed around?
Yeah. Yeah, I came into this. I mean, I would say I'm in okay shape, but I'm not in um, the type of shape that you know I thought I probably needed to be in the boot camp. And the first couple weeks were definitely challenging. It was a little sore, pushed me mentally, just things that I can do. All fears, I think when you hear boot camp and you're working out with other guys and being pushed to do things. I mean, I think the first fear is I don't think I'm ready, or I can't do those things right now. And I think, the initial kind of excuses not to for me were, well, let me get in better shape first, and then I'll join. One of the questions that I had to ask myself was, am I going to commit to this? Do I have time? But glad I didn't listen to those and signed up and went through it.
What was the experience like going through it? The action guides, the weeks, the workouts, all of it.
It was awesome. So my group, I mentioned this to the group on Thursday, our last day, but I didn't know any of the guys in our group. Felt like I came out of this with some just awesome new relationships. The exercise side of things, coming out of that, it's been awesome. I had the excuse of maybe I should get in shape and then do boot camp. But boot camp was exactly what I needed to do to kind of get that fire started in me again. Having a faith aspect to it just adds another layer of getting better. Just having a group of men that you can talk with, communicate with, and just having that with our group was awesome as well. So it's a lot more than just exercise. It's a lot deeper than that, with the relationships and the faith aspect as well. So again, kind of going back to the nutrition side of things, that has allowed me to show up, especially at work, just getting there in the morning instead of just kind of sluggishly getting into email and getting to the computer, just allowed me to kind of get in there with some motivation and just really get the day started off well. Really, but you and I were talking before we got on here about how much of vision can affect your next steps and what you're doing.
There's a lot of people that would like to do something like this, but they're holding themselves back because of the word boot camp or because of fears, regardless of what they are. What would you say to someone who's holding themselves back from maybe doing something like this, or even just working on their challenges or showing up for their family or work in the way they want to?
The simple thing to say to them is just do it. My challenge to them is don't wait. Don't tell yourself, hey, I'm going to, like my excuses that were going around in my head is like, oh, I'm going to get in better shape and get in better habits and a better routine, and then I'll do it. Because more than likely, you're probably not going to do those things if there's no accountability, if there's not other men pushing you, if there's not other people asking you where you were yesterday morning, or if you're going to be there tomorrow morning. You can do it. You're in better shape, and you're able to do more things than you probably think you're able to at this point in time. And this is what's going to help you become a better you, and that version of you that you want to be. Those things that you don't think you can do, or you don't have time for, or you don't have energy for, or it's not the right season of life. Those are all, for me, things that I struggle with, and really lies that are pretty easy to listen to. If you have kids, if you have a busy job, a busy schedule, those are really easy excuses to say, I don't have time to get in better shape. I don't have time to meal prep. I don't have time to do all those things that are going to lead to a better version of me. And really, it's just their excuses. We saw a group of guys, a group of men that all of us are busy. All of us wish we were in better shape. All of us have a lot going on in life. And when you make a commitment, you make it happen. And I would encourage anybody, just sign up. One thing I'll add to that is just to your leadership. And you're a young guy, and you're getting this boot camp rolling and started. But one of the things that I was really impressed with through this was not just the workbook that you came up with, the workouts, and those things that you're really good at, the nutrition, all that stuff. One of the things that I was probably most surprised about, honestly, was your leadership ability and your ability to push us old guys and get us going, and really something that I think makes your program really unique is you, obviously, and so that's probably my other sales pitch is you're young. Amos is young. He's maybe at a different phase of life than I am, or maybe other men that are looking at joining. But I was really impressed with how you took us all through it, and just your leadership ability. So I'm excited for you, for being where you're at already and where you're going to be 3 years, 10 years from now. And so I appreciate that side of it as well. And just your passion for what you're doing, and for getting other men plugged in, and just becoming better versions of who they can be.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you, man. It's been awesome.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
Yeah.
you for trusting in me, for going through this, and now showing up for your family as a man of God.
Yeah.
But wholeheartedly, I appreciate that. I thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Well, I look forward
So,
to working with you more in the future, whether it's through a support group on Facebook or whatever else I come up with. I think it'll be fun to always
yeah,
stay in touch, and that's one of the benefits of this too.
absolutely, man. Looking
Awesome.
forward to it.
Go get to your family.
All right, brother. Have a great time, man. We'll talk soon.